If you're a finance professional, FP&A analyst, finance manager, CFO, and you have ever wondered whether you are being paid what you are actually worth, this video is going to give you the real numbers. We will look at three markets, India, UAE, and United States, for the same FP&A roles. Now I want to be upfront about something before we get into the numbers. Most salary videos give you ranges so wide they are useless. What I am going to give you today is role by role, level by level, country by country. From entry level to mid level to senior and CFO across all three geographies. And more importantly, I'm going to tell you what actually drives the difference. Because the gap between what a finance professional earns in Mumbai versus Dubai versus New York is not just about location. It is about skills, titles, and how you position yourself. I have trained over 12,000 finance professionals across 100 plus countries. I have seen what gets people promoted. I have seen what gets people stuck. And salary is almost always a symptom of something deeper. So let us get into it. One important note before the numbers. These figures are based on market data, community surveys from our FPI network of 12,000 plus finance professionals, and publicly available compensation benchmarks. They are ranges and not guarantees. Your actual number depends on industry, company size, skills, and how well you negotiate. But having said that, these are real numbers. Let us start with India, because this is where the majority of our community is based, and it is also the market where I see the most confusion about what is a fair compensation. India has one of the largest pools of finance talent in the world. Chartered accountants, MBAs, commerce graduates. The supply is high and that affects salaries. But here is what most people do not realize. The salary gap within India is enormous. A finance professional at a startup in Bangalore earns very differently from someone at a multinational in Mumbai. Let me give you the numbers. FP&A Analyst entry level, which is 0 to 3 years, earns anywhere between 5 to 10 lakh rupees per annum. This is your fresh CA, MBA or commerce graduate stepping into their first FP&A role. At a mid-sized Indian company, you are at the lower end. At an MNC or a large tech company, you are pushing towards the higher end. Next comes the FP&A analyst at mid-level, which is 3 to 6 years experience, could make anywhere between 12 to 22 lakhs rupees per annum. This is where the gap starts to open up. If you have built strong modeling skills, if you have moved beyond just reporting into actual business partnering, you are at the top of this range. If you are still doing the same work you did in year 1, you are at the bottom. Next comes FP&A Manager or Finance Business Partner at a senior level, anywhere between 6 to 12 years experience, could make around 25 to 50 lakh rupees per annum. At this level, company size matters enormously. A finance manager at a Series B startup and a finance manager at Unilever India are doing very different jobs for very different pay. Next level is the finance director or VP finance, which is 12 plus years experience, could make anywhere between 60 lakh rupees to 1.5 crore rupees per annum. And at this level, ESOPs and bonuses start to matter as much as base salary. Finally, we get to the CFO of a large Indian company or MNC that could earn between 1.5 crore rupees to 4 crore rupees and above. The CFO of a listed Indian company is a very different conversation from the CFO of a 200-person private company. Now here is the honest truth about India. The ceiling is real. And for many finance professionals, the fastest way to break through it is not to wait for a promotion, it is to move. Either to a larger company, a different industry, or a different geography. Now let us talk about the UAE and Dubai specifically, because this is the market that comes up most in conversations with our community, and for good reasons. The UAE is tax-free, no income tax. That changes everything when you're comparing numbers. A salary of 25,000 dirhams per month in Dubai is not the same as 25,000 rupees per month in India. It is not even close. But beyond the tax advantage, the UAE pays a premium for finance talent because the demand is high and the local supply is limited. Companies are pulling talent from India, Pakistan, Philippines, Europe and beyond, and they are paying to attract it. Let's start with FP&A Analyst entry level 0 to 3 years, 8,000 to 15,000 dirhams per month. Already significantly higher than the Indian equivalent, and remember, tax-free. Next come FP&A Analyst mid-level, 3 to 6 years, 15,000 to 25,000 dirhams per month. At this level in Dubai, you are expected to be a strong business partner, not just a reporting analyst. The companies paying at the top of this range want someone who can sit in a commercial meeting and add value. Next we move on to the FP&A Manager or Finance Business Partner senior level, 6 to 12 years, 25,000 to 45,000 dirhams per month. This is where the UAE becomes genuinely life-changing for finance professionals coming from India. Moving on to Finance Director or VP Finance, 12 plus years, 45,000 dirhams to 80,000 dirhams per month tax-free. And finally, we talk about CFO for a UAE-based MNC or a large regional company, 80,000 dirhams to 150,000 dirhams per month and above, tax-free. Now, here is the thing about the UAE that nobody tells you. The salary is only part of the package. Most senior roles come with housing allowance, education allowance for children, annual flights home, and health insurance. The total compensation package in the UAE is often 20 to 30% higher than the base salary alone. But, and this is important, the UAE is competitive. Companies are not paying these numbers for average skills. They are paying for finance professionals who can operate at a global standard. Strong financial modeling, strong communication, strong business partnering. If your skills are average, then UAE will turn you out quickly. And finally, the United States, the market that sets the global benchmark for finance compensation. The US is a different world. The cost of living, especially in financial hubs like New York, San Francisco, or Chicago, is significantly higher than India or the UAE. So the numbers look large, but context matters. That said, for finance professionals who can break into the US market either by relocating or by working remotely for US companies, the compensation is genuinely in a different league. Starting with FP&A Analyst, entry level 0 to 3 years, $60,000 to $90,000 per year. At a tech company in San Francisco or a financial services firm in New York, you are at the top of this range or above it. Moving on to FP&A Analyst, mid-level, 3 to 6 years, $90,000 to $130,000 per year. At this level in the US, you are expected to own a business unit's financials end-to-end, not just report, own. Next comes FP&A Manager or Senior Finance Business Partner, 6 to 12 years, $130,000 to $180,000 per year, plus bonus. At large tech companies Google, Meta, Amazon, this level can go significantly higher with equity. Next is the Finance Director or VP Finance, 12 plus years, $180,000 to $280,000 per year, plus significant equity and bonus. Total compensation at this level at a large tech company can exceed $400,000 to $500,000 when you include stock. Finally, let's talk about a CFO of US public company or large private company. $300,000 to $1 million and above in total compensation. The CFO of a Fortune 500 company is a completely different conversation. Now, the honest reality about the US market, it is the highest paying, it is also the most demanding. The pace is faster, the expectations are higher, the competition is global. And if you are not in the US physically, breaking in remotely is possible but not easy. But here is what I tell every finance professional who asks me about the US. The skills that get you paid at the top of the US market are the same skills that get you paid at the top of any market. Business acumen, financial modeling, storytelling, AI fluency, communication. These are not geography specific skills, they are universal. So you saw all the three markets pay side by side, same role, same experience level. 3 to 5 times the difference in take home pay. Now I'm not saying everyone should move to the UAE or the US. Life is not just about salary. Family, lifestyle, stability, roots, these things matter enormously. I know finance professionals who have turned down Dubai offers because they did not want to leave their parents. That is a completely valid decision. But what I'm saying is this, you should know the numbers. You should know what the market pays. Because if you do not know your market value, you cannot negotiate for it. And you cannot make an informed decision about your career without it. Now here's the part of this video that I think matters most. Because the salary gap between a 15 lakh rupees FP&A analyst in India and a 50 lakh rupees finance business partner in Dubai is not just about geography. It is about 4 things. First, skills. The finance professionals earning at the top of every market are not just technically competent, they are business partners. They can model, they can communicate, they can influence. The ones stuck at the bottom of the range are still doing the same work they did in year 1. Second, industry. Finance in FMCG pays differently from finance in tech. Finance in banking pays differently from finance in manufacturing. If you are in a low paying industry and wondering why your salary is not moving, sometimes the answer is the industry, not you. Third, company size and type. A finance manager at a 50-person company and a finance manager at a 5,000-person MNC are doing different jobs. The MNC pays more because the complexity is higher and the stakes are higher. Fourth, how you position yourself. I have seen finance professionals with identical CVs get very different offers because one of them could articulate their value clearly and one could not. Salary negotiation is a skill. Knowing your market value is a skill, and most finance professionals never develop either one. So here is your homework, and I want you to be honest with yourself. Look at where you are right now on that salary table. Are you at the level you should be for your experience? Are you in the right industry? Are you in the right geography for where you want to go? And most importantly, if there is a gap between where you are and where the market says you should be, ask yourself one question. Is it a geography problem or is it a skills problem? Because geography can change, but skills, that is something you have to build deliberately. And the finance professionals I have seen make the biggest salary jumps in the shortest time are always the ones who invested in their skills first. The ones who moved from 18 lakh rupees in India to 25,000 dirhams in Dubai did not just move. They built the skills that made them worth that number first, then they moved. If you want to build the skills that put you at the top of that salary table, wherever you are in the world, The CGFPA, the Certified Global FP&A Professional Certification, is the most structured path I know. 10 modules, 6 months. Financial modeling, budgeting, forecasting, AI for finance, storytelling, business partnering. Taught live by CFOs and FP&A leaders. Recognized globally. We have alumni working at Google, Amazon, Citi, EY, Deloitte, Unilever. Across India, UAE, the US, and 100 other countries. The link is in the description below. And drop me a comment right now. Which market are you in and which one are you targeting? I read every single one. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one.